I was about to leave my flat, and I just downloaded SoundCloud Go. And I was like, well, I might as well download some music to take with me. And I just like went on SoundCloud, and the very first album was the Bucket List Project, top of my feed, and then I just downloaded it. Didn't listen to any of it previously, and I just walked. I was going to the store to buy some food, and it was like 20-minute walk or something. And I was like, oh my God, what is this? So I found out it's Saba, and he released this project, the Bucket List Project, and basically it's all about like doing just the craziest, funnest, well, not really about the craziest, funnest shit like party, but like it's a project to me that's about kind of fulfilling what you want to do in life. And like I feel like for a lot of people that's like very relevant. Like for me, I think it is, like, because I'm always studying and stuff, and I just want like to go drive across Thailand on a motorbike or something. And that's what the bucket list is about. It's about like making a plan and like sticking to it and achieving something that isn't necessarily like on your path. It's something that you sought out to do. I just think that's like a fucking cool message, but B, like the sounds and then the way that Saba raps is just amazing. Usually I do reactions to songs, but for albums it gets quite like long. It takes me like 2 hours to do it, and kind of ironically, because this whole bucket list thing is about like doing what you really like and stuff, I just can't take 2 or 3 hours out of my day to do this, because I've got too much bloody studying to do. So I kind of just thought I'd do a cross-sectional cut of just like my favorite bits of the Bucket List Project. Like, let's just look at the artwork and the branding. The desert or this canyon he's in, you know, it's like kind of like it has potential to be like your desktop background or something. So it's like a place you want to be, if you know what I mean. If you're achieving your dreams and stuff. And I honestly, like, that spoke to me. I see Bucket List Project, and that's probably why I downloaded this. First track called In Loving Memory. You have this very beautiful sound. You get this like whole choir or whatever, and it's so unbelievably smooth and jazzy and stuff, and I love that. That's like my favorite kind of, like, I just love it when a rapper they're like, I have a project, and they really build you up like the start of a movie or something, where they do this big grand rollout. I just love it. Like Stony, which is like probably one of my favorite tracks right now. Definitely one of my favorites of the project. When Saba started rapping, it was exactly what like I had in my head, like that it should sound like. And it was almost like I wasn't listening to something new. It was like something I'd listened to before. But with the new email. And that line, trying to fund an Uber with the new email. Like, I fucking like Uber, and there's a bunch of different apps around the UK where you can get free shit, but you basically have to sign up with a new email each time. I completely related to that. Just that flow, that one little bit, literally, like, it's that flow there, it sent shivers down my spine. Like, that, like, that bitch. Loved it. Basically that's me 2 songs in, and I'm loving the grand entry, and then I'm loving this the Stony track. So I'm just like, all right. And then I move on, and just for sakes of time, GPS good, Church and Liquor Store is good as well, and No Name, that jumps out of me as an artist I like. And so I listened to the whole track, and I felt like at the end of the track, when No Name kind of comes in and there's a lot of singing and stuff, the track really starts to get amazing. And like, and like before that, I wasn't thinking that much of the track, but I stuck around for No Name, and then the production and just the track overall, and then No Name made the track worth it. And like, just like stuff like that, like, you know, by the time I'm at this No Name song, I'm like, okay, I'm a fan of Saba. Then we have Most, and that's the first song produced by Saba on the whole track list. And I always think, like, I don't know if this is the right thing to think, but it's just my intuition that if I see a track and it's produced by a lyricist or like a rapper. I'm always like, he's trying to prove that he can produce as well, and then that makes me tend to think that this song is not going to have as great production, because it's like a rapper's producing it, not a producer. But Most, it was a highlight as well. Like West Side Bound 3, okay, but Most was really good. Really like the song, and I think it's maybe like I had this misconception where I was prejudging it, but now that I think back on it, maybe if you know what the production is supposed to sound like, and you know what your flow is going to sound like, and you're both in the same brain, it's all going to make sense to you. Because he has that one, and then he has World in My Hands and American Hypnosis, and those are all produced by Saba in some part, and those are some of the best songs on the whole thing as well. And then I thought Symmetry wasn't that good. Then you jump on to Photosynthesis, and so like I already said Stoney's kind of my favorite track, but when I listened to Photosynthesis, it was one of those ones where, and this was produced by Saba as well, when I start playing it, I'm like, oh, this is one of the cleanest, tightest tracks on the whole thing. It was like, it was designed, you know what I mean? It was like intelligent design. We got this feature with Gene Du. Awesome. And then the next song was the Billy Williams Story. This has become my walking home at night song. I don't know why, but it's kind of cool. It's just like a solitary, solemn, man on a mission, I'm out here by myself type of song. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be about, but that's just what it plays out like in my head. And I feel like there's kind of a streak here where you have Photosynthesis in the track list, then you have the Billy Williams Story in the track list, and both of them are really good. And then Bucket List title track, I'm like, this one's gotta be good, right? So I start playing it, expecting it to be good. And this is like a really, I feel like it's like one of those happy songs, but then when you listen to it, you're like, holy fuck, this is so sad. Or it's like makes you cry, but it's happy. I don't know what the word is, but it's like, I guess like Beauty or something. When Bucket List played and they got the chorus like da 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 da, like amazing. And yeah, really, like, it really blew me away. And I know this is a review, but I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. Tracks 1 to 10 have preoccupied me so much that I haven't jumped onto 11, 12, and 13. California and World in My Hands I do like, but I feel like the latter half of the album, or the last 3 songs, I haven't really properly got into yet. But like, that was kind of just like a cross-sectional view of this, like at the end of each track where he has someone he knows saying what's their bucket list. I think it's so cool because you have a guy talking about, well, like, getting with Kylie Jenner, which is like, you know, crazy bucket list type stuff. But then something as simple as going to In-N-Out, and something as amazing or as simple as just making a project. That kind of stuff is like really just gets me, you know? I think someone said Loop was on there, and I don't know what Loop sounds like so much, but like that and Chance, pretty good. But yeah, I'm really rating this project. Probably give it 8 out of 10. But subject to further approval, because I don't think I really know it too well yet. But yeah, that's just an honest cross-sectional view of Saba. Honestly, I feel like I made this video so that Saba can like look at it and see how, and a listener who's never heard of him can kind of gauge what he's all about. But you know, that's just me. But yeah, peace. Like and subscribe.